Well, I think the case for creativity and critical thinking is very strong on several fronts. You've got the economic argument, you've got the societal and personal well-being arguments, and you've got the civic engagement arguments. All of these, I think, are well documented, and there's a strong buy-in for these arguments. And why should the formal education system do it? Because it's too important to leave it outside, to leave it to the discretion of families or communities or other. There will be some people who may not have the resources to do so, to develop these skills. And that's why education systems need to come in, to reach everyone. And also because this is probably an excellent way to reconcile a lot of people with education. Modernize education, move education forward, and propose new models that where people feel again engaged with the education system. Most teachers recognize that creativity and critical thinking skills, like any other type of skills, and in particular, higher order skills, skills that are complex, developed. No one is born with those, but we're not talking about big C creativity or big C critical thinking. We're talking about everyday creativity, everyday critical thinking, application to specific and real life context. And what we found in the project is actually that teachers very much already share the view that these skills are malleable. These can be taught and it can be done in education, but we need the right tools and the right approaches. I think what we need is actually a translation of these high-level maybe knowledge into tools that can be used at the classroom level. These are classroom, teacher-friendly classroom tools. That's what we really need. The tests are there, the tests will be developed, but the real impact will come when these come to the classroom. So I think we're not too far, from a technical point of view. We're still, of course, progressing toward that goal, but the real challenge I see is translating that, and that's what we've tried to do in this project. I would say that what makes this project different and the real contribution is that we've tried to work on the ground with networks of schools across countries that teams have co-developed part of the framework, some of the instruments, and a lot of the pedagogical resources we've developed. I'm thinking about the rubrics, I'm thinking about the lesson plans. So that is the important contribution, that we've engaged people in developing this product, and by doing so, we've also sparked a lot of discussion. So we've sparked these professional learning communities, people getting together, teachers, principals, experts, getting together to discuss, and that creates a dynamics that is, self-reinforcing. So that's a real contribution, I think, having a set of tools now that have been developed and refined, polished with them, and also showing, even if this is small scale and it's been a development project, showing that people can agree on these things more than we thought. Yes, there are certain cultural, variations and uniqueness, but there are a lot of things we agree on, and to move on the discussion, we need that language and these tools. Well, I think we have to find ways, and we may not have the best answers yet, to open up classrooms, open up ways of organizing schools. There has to be some risk-taking a little bit. We cannot be always on the safe side. There are things we have to explore, and I say that because that's also in the nature of creativity and critical thinking. Not knowing all the answers in advance, and daring to explore new ways of doing things. So by doing that, we'll also be aligning ourselves with these skills.